Hey, what's going on, guys? Man, I'll tell you, it's well, it's just one of those things right now. You know, my car was struggling to get here today. It will not kick into overdrive for the life of me. It's probably because my transmission's going bad, but it could be something as simple as like a computer issue. You know, my wife's been hounding me to get a new car for a long time, and I don't know. I didn't really take that great a care of this car. I can't say that I did all right. I mean, I took pretty poor care of this car. But damnedest thing, you know, like yesterday, I was talking about how when I'm driving, you know, my transmission was slipping, and I couldn't. I would have to like rev up just to move a little bit, especially when I was going slow. And when I was driving to work today, or went to Horrocks here to get my vegetables, it will not kick into overdrive, and I called a transmission shop, and I talked to my wife, and I finally rolled over and accepted the fact that I'm going to have to get a new car. So I went ahead and told her to start looking around for different prices and stuff. And then sure enough, as soon as I get to Horrocks, you know, I completely was not able to go slow without having to rev up, go, and get stopped in the middle of the stuff. As soon as I submitted to this idea that I needed a new car, and I started putting the steps into action, my car is acting completely fine right now. Now, why am I saying that? Well, because in my book, Thoughts Become Things, I very clearly talk about, you know, intention and stuff like that. I don't mean to get all wonky on you guys, but, you know, there's this one unexpected element that goes beyond logic, society, and all that crap. It's, I don't know. There's something interesting about, like, when you surrender to something and you have to submit that there are things going on beyond your control. And usually, in situations like right now, you're rewarded for it. You know, when you're going down a certain path, certain things just kind of maneuver themselves around, so things can work out for you. Now, I can't explain that. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's God. But that's kind of an abstract definition, in my opinion, you know. I've never been like an excessively religious person, and by no means would I ever use God as an example of being the reason for anything. But I do have to submit that it is awfully fishy that, you know, when you kind of go on a certain path that you should have been, that your problems will go away just so you can take care of that business. That was just kind of an interesting little anecdote, I suppose. I will talk about some of the things I've been working on. Well, let's just jump into that right now. Okay, so I noticed from yesterday's video that my sound quality is absolute shit. And that is because there's a lot of cabin noise in my car. That's the one downfall of taking videos in your vehicle, is you're going to have a lot of cabin noise, especially like right now my window's open too, so. But I have a feeling I'm talking a little bit louder, so it's going to be clear on my closest window, just in case. I'm just going to end up boiling in here because it's a little warm. But, so I figured, hey, I need better sound quality. So I'm going to be trying to find a USB adapter for my phone and use a USB microphone that does not require phantom power, and use that for recording, because one of the key elements to successful YouTube videos are high quality sound, among a couple other things. But, and just to throw it out here too, on that same note, I watch a lot of videos, and I watch a lot of different, I read a lot of content about how to improve, you know, just like general things like your YouTube videos and anything that I'm doing that I'm talking about on here, like for my book promotion. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take literally every single suggestion that everybody puts out there and maybe get rid of the ones that don't really make sense. I mean, I'm pretty open-minded, but some things are just whimsical. And I'll just post them on my site and then, like, make sure that all my stuff fits those criteria and start living by that standard. You know, I'm super easygoing when it comes to stuff like that. I will submit that I do not know shit about a lot of this stuff, but what I do know, I will follow to the T. Like, I will make regular content because I understand that's valuable. Hey, if I identified there's a sound problem, I'm going to go ahead and fix that sound problem, you know? It's just something we got to do. So, it seems like there's a, you don't have full control over your phone with its recording settings and stuff like that, because a lot of phone settings are limited. So, one thing you can do is, I have an Android device. I don't know about the other ones, or I don't know about Apple products and stuff like that. But there's an app called Open Mic, and that is an app that allows you to gain more control over your camera and would give me a better suited environment for being able to use an external mic for stuff. So that's going to be one improvement. I just need to figure out exactly the details. I just found out about it yesterday, so I'm going to act on it right away. It's on my little list of things to do immediately. Last night, I hate to say it, but I didn't get a lot done with the actual site, and I didn't get a lot of stuff done like I was hoping, but I did do a lot of research. So, as part of May's goals, I wanted to get an understanding about what my attack plan was going to be for promoting my book, right? So, it turns out the best time to promote is before you finish writing it. Go figure. I guess I'll go fuck myself, right? That's just the nature of the game, I suppose. But that doesn't mean that I can't still promote it right now, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's a couple of different suggestions I really like, just some things I came off the top of my head with, and I have some ideas for posts as well and other stuff, cool little ditties that I'll be able to make for videos in the future and crap like that. But man, I'll tell you what, there is a lot of evidence suggesting that, like, you're supposed to be promoting this thing like 6 months out beforehand. So I don't know, but I'll try my best, you know. And I guess I'll keep this in mind for writing a second book. I was thinking about doing that already. Still going back and forth on the title. I think maybe I'll call it Things to Consider, or Consider This, or something. And essentially what it'll be doing is presenting situations that people typically do that aren't really that great for them, like negative situations where you know, people get upset at others, or it's essentially destroying their life or making life more difficult for them, at least. And I will always break it up by saying something like, well, I understand that such blah 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 blah, but consider this. And then you know, just we'll explain a better way of reframing their reality and stuff. But I'm not gonna get too much details because it's almost frivolous, or it's almost fruitless to try to discuss it because I don't have enough details, like hardly any details. I did want to make my book trailer soon. Maybe if I have an opportunity, I'll start working that on tonight. I'm not really sure. When it comes to like book promotion ideas, here's what I got, right? I want to contact places like Barnes & Nobles and Target and all them, and see if I can get just ahead of somebody and see if I can talk them into getting my book in their stores. Now, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that easy, and it doesn't seem like, based around what I've heard, that's how it goes either. But I might have luck on the local level. So So I might be able to get like local stores to carry my book, and we'll kind of work it out from there. Do different events. I'm willing to do book signings and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to putting a little elbow grease, or I'm not really one to get super nervous about, interacting with people. That's not really my weak points. My weak points was always consistency. And I think although sometimes all of us at points in our life might not want to do something that's a little bit different, as I would say, out of the comfort zone, because if it's not part of your experience, it's going to be a little more difficult for you to adapt to that environment. But it's worth doing, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I will look for specific bloggers and specific YouTubers who do stuff with books, and I'll see if they don't mind maybe reading and doing a review. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to throw a little bit of money at it too, but I'm pretty sure I can get some people to maybe do it for free. I don't know. But you can't be super cheap in life either, so you just gotta deal with it. But I'm on a budget, so I gotta be very thrifty on how I'm doing it. Well, it's just the nature of the beast, though. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of money to let it roll. What are some other ideas I was thinking about? I guess there's contests. You have certain contests that you can submit your book to. So it's in a self-help domain. I know that I've got that going for me because that's a pretty good one to promote. It costs me money, but I need to get more official reviews so I can put it on my website and put it on my book. But I don't know. It's just gonna be. I have to do a lot more research. I'm just kind of going off of what I figured out in 4 hours or so. I was listening to conferences and experts talking about how to do some of this stuff, but a lot of the stuff they were saying I can't do because it's already post-published. But I will take advantage of some. I'll keep you guys posted on if I have any things that I notice. And then I don't have a lot of time here, so I gotta get into work. So I will see you later. Alright, take care.